Hare Krishna. First of all, we should understand why we are here, why we are suffering. We have intelligence, wealth, beauty, fame, strength, everything. But still, we are not happy. Anything that we do for our benefit, we are not benefited. So we are ignorant because we do not know how to be happy. We do not know how to be happy. So we are using our own intelligence, the intelligence given by sub-universities. But still we are lacking to know the exact process to become happy. Those who are not accepting the scriptures, which are manuals for the human beings to live happily in this material world, which is a mission. So without going through the manual and using our own intelligence, we are unable to meet our demands. Isn't it? We are unable to meet our demands. So how much we try, we are not successful. But one who goes through the scriptural injunctions, he can benefit. Otherwise not. So first of all, we should know who we are, why our body is changing, who is controlling. I cannot control my body. Someone else is controlling me. So the question arises, who is controlling me? But exactly if you find in scriptures, Krishna is telling, Maya adhyakshena prakritihi suyate satsaracharam. On my order, everything is going on. So even our changes in the body, changes in the world, that is also on the order of Krishna. That we are not accepting. That's the problem. Then who we are? No other than Bhagavad Gita gives the answer. In Bhagavad Gita only Krishna is telling, Mamaivansu Jivaloke Jivabhuta Sanatana. All living entities are but my parts and parcels. Sarvayonisu Kaunteya Mutya Sambhavantiyaha. All these yonis means living entities are possible in this material world only because of me as a seed-giving father happening. He is the seed-giving father. Otherwise that's not possible. The soul itself is the seed that sprouts out. So this way Krishna is telling everyone is part and parcel of Krishna. We are not accepting. That's the again problem. Isn't it? And Krishna is telling that this is Dukkhalayam Asasvara, this material world. Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punalavartana Akshana. But we are not understanding that this is the jail, because we don't feel it's like a jail. But Krishna is telling this is the Dukkhalayam is jail. We know only the jail means enclosed room with big locks. And the guards are there at the gate. We are not allowed to go out. We are forced to act as they like. That is only jail. But they are not understanding this is also a jail. It has the gates. Durga Devi is taking care. She is not allowing anyone to go out of this material world that we cannot see. Compared to that jail, this jail is very big. We cannot even imagine. We cannot measure it. That's why we don't feel like a jail. But everything is there. We cannot escape. We cannot do any crime. We are punished. But we are not understanding. But anyone who accepts the scriptural injunctions, they can only understand this one. Otherwise not. So, why? What you are acting? Everyone has to act. That's the laws of nature is like that one. Spirit means it's very active. So, active means if there is any action, then only we can be active, isn't it? We are not active means no action. Lazy fellow. But we are very active. So we have to do something. What to do? That we are not knowing. We are supposed to please the jailer Krishna. But we are not doing. We are trying to please ourselves. That's again wrong. Throughout the world, wherever you go, you can find only they are trying for their own pleasure. They are maintaining their families. The family is also not permanent. Isn't it? But everybody knows their grandfather, the grandmother, father, mother, all. Once they existed, but they're gone. And they never think that I am also going to out one day. Isn't it? So this and all, once we understand the scriptural injunction, then only we can implement that in life. It's not that just by going through the scriptures on our own, we can understand. Many people know many things from scriptures. But it is not that they understood them as they are. It should be understood by the person who realizes the injunctions of the scriptures. One who knows all the scriptures, that's not important. That he should realize that's one. Otherwise it's not possible. From a realized soul, we should learn the scriptures. Then only we can implement them in our lives. Otherwise not. So this way we are lacking so many ways and no one is happy. To accept the instructions of the realized soul, we should first of all give up our false ego. It's very difficult. Many people, they don't give up their false ego. Isn't it? For example, one Guru told, I don't exactly remember that one. the person has no children. Guru something told you have no children or something. That one, the person think, oh, you told me like this one. I do not want to follow you. Huh? You understand? That's true. Cause is true that he is childless. That's the truth everywhere. No one can change the words. But he is feeling that he insulted me. So it is better not to follow. You understand? He knows the cause, but he doesn't know cause of that cause. Why I have no child? Huh? How I can get through the resultant of a childless father. Childless father means he has some reactions, no? How I can escape from that one? He doesn't think that one. Oh, he insulted me in front of all. So it is better not to follow. You understand? In this way, many people, they don't give up their false ego. Many. Bible is also very good. Quran is also good. Guru Grantha is very good. All are good. But no one is understanding that one. No scriptures gives any wrong information. They may not give the complete and perfect instructions. That's incomplete. According to the level of the devotees. Time, place, circumstances. But whatever may be the things given, that are not perfect. Step by step we have to advance. So this way, the faults lie within the persons, not in the laws of nature. Each one should think himself he is the cause for his own problem. No one else. Then God is no great. Then there is no God. That person is not God. For once mistake, another person is punished. Isn't it? The punishment is also, I previously also told that one. Punishment in Sanskrit is called siksha. Siksha has two meanings. One is punishing to rectify the mistake. The same thing is educating the person. Educating from not committing mistakes to commit only perfect things. You understand? That is the teaching. How to do the perfect one. If we do the perfect one, we can become the confidential servant of the God. Today we are going to see that one. How Gurus are confidential servants of Krishna. He doesn't have his self-motivation. He understood that this is jail. I am not this body. I am the soul. Soul is part and parcel of Krishna. I am eternal servant of Krishna. Even in spiritual world, they are eternally serving Krishna for Krishna's pleasure. In that one, they are pleased. Here, in this material world, everyone is trying to please themselves, but no one is pleased. The contradiction. Everyone is trying to please Krishna, intent everyone is pleased. In this material world, everyone is trying to please himself, but no one is pleased. The secret is, pleasure can be obtained if we stay in our constitutional position, that is eternal servant of Krishna. If you try to please Krishna, then only we can be happy, otherwise not. This is also again secret, no? We don't believe that statements. That's the problem. This way, we are harming ourselves because of our false ego. If we give up our false ego, then we can surrender to God. We can understand God. We can get the blessings, mercy of God. We can live very, very happy and perfect, successful life. Everyone in court, you can see that they want the evidence. Evidence is nothing but the cause. But what is the cause for that evidence? That they do not know. Because they do not know, and the influence of Kali Yuga, they accept bribe and they can trick to prove that injustice is justice. That's why they are selling the justice. We can try to change the justice to injustice, injustice to justice, but we have to face the consequences of that one. In the law of court of Krishna, we cannot escape. Here in this court, this is man-made. So we can escape. But there we cannot escape. That we do not know. So we have to understand the all scriptures through parampara. Then only we can perfect our lives. Otherwise not. We need bona fide guru. We need authentic scriptures. And we should try to curb our false ego. Then that is okay. We can make very perfect life. Always not. So this is the simple thing. We have to understand what about the material world. In the material world, everyone is doing. Even if you ask someone to do themselves for their own pleasure, they don't do. Example, when Prabhupada was in America, many of his god brothers, they advised Prabhupada, you don't preach them, you collect some money from them, and like us, you can also have a big building and you can live very happily. If you try to preach them, you never become successful. We also collect so much money and we are having so much luxurious. We are very happy, but you are suffering. You are trying to preach others. But what Prabhupada told? I have come here not to get anything, but to give. Isn't it? So today Prabhupada is very happy. The whole world is happy. Like that one in spiritual world, there is nothing to take from Krishna. To give Krishna, they are happy. In this material world, we are trying to get something from Krishna. Please give me Krishna, please give me Krishna, this one, this one, this one. We are all unhappy. We are all suffering. So the secret is this one. We are nothing but part and parcel of Krishna. To get ourselves pleased, we should try to please Krishna. On our own, it's not possible. These are all the secrets of success. Only knowing the cause, that's not the solution for the problems. Cause of the causes is the solution of the problems. Everyone can understand the problems, but they don't understand the solution. The solution is nothing but the cause of all causes. Isn't it? In this one, anyone has any doubt, clarification required? in the short one thing. Yes.
One of the classes there is on Vishnu. There is Devi Bhagavatam, Vishnu Purana.
Yes.
That are also termed as scriptures.
Yes.
So you were keeping on mentioning that if we follow the
Scriptures.
we can become happy.
Ah.
So the other person is claiming that Devi Bhagavatam also is
I understand your question, but the persons, those who are going through the Puranas, they are called the Puranas. Huh? They don't know the complete encyclopedia of Puranas. It means the Puranas are 18 totally. And the 18 are divided into 3 groups. One is for the mode of ignorance. Next comes passion. Next comes the passion and goodness. The 6, isn't it? For those who are in the lowermost, they don't know the higher one. Isn't it? So they cannot understand this one. Devi Bhagavatam is for passion. They cannot know the goodness. Understanding a scripture is nothing but understand all the scriptures. You understand? If you do only one book and you cannot understand the entire Puranas. You understand? Puranas, there are 18 Puranas. But going through thoroughly one scripture, you cannot understand the conclusions of all the Puranas. Isn't it? Yours is partial knowledge. That is not full knowledge. Isn't it? Just like self-realization. Self-realization we talk now. Self-realization means you should understand what is the self, soul. It's not complete. Soul means what is the source of the soul. Then comes to Krishna. Then you should understand even Krishna thoroughly. Isn't it? So like that one, we cannot make that limited. We have to go through the source of that one, source of the, what is the source of Krishna. Then only you are completely, thoroughly realize the soul. Otherwise you will not realize soul. So one book, one Purana will take Devi Bhagavatam. Devi tells, I am greatest. No one is equal to me or beyond me. That's one book is not enough. That's why I already told that on our own we cannot understand that one. We should know from a realized soul. Then only that's possible. You got the point? So this way we should understand. Self-realization means I understand myself, I am not this body, I am the soul. But I do not know Krishna. I do not want to know Krishna. This is not self-realized. Isn't it? It's not a self-realized person. You should know both the source of the soul. What are the activities of the soul? Then only it is. That's why I am also telling Tattvataha. We should know that Tattvataha. Then only we can give solutions for the problems of the material world. Otherwise not possible. So everyone in this material world, they know the cause. Even the blind person can also tell the cause. But no one knows the cause of all causes except the devotees. They only know. And even the devotees, they neglect this cause of the causes and accept only the cause. They cannot come to the truth, absolute truth. They never come. You got the answer for that one?
People in that notes, when they read a scripture, they get stuck up there.
No.
Then what triggers the person to go beyond?
That's the thing I'm telling. On his own, he cannot read the books. He should go to a self-realized soul. Then only he can understand. Scriptures are not ordinary things. On our own we cannot understand. Scriptures coming from up top. We are at low level. We cannot understand that one. Evam parampara prapta. The conclusions are more important than contents. Isn't it? So even this Radha Krishna telefilm I was talking about, the contents are not as perfect as what the scriptures telling, but the conclusions, they are perfect. The conclusions are very important than the contents. Isn't it? That's the point. It's okay? You should be able to answer to all the questions of your followers. Huh? Yeah, that's nice. You note it down, tell them that, ask them to come to attend our classes or wait for 1 week. Huh? Even that Buddha, Gautam, was telling the Mataji, please come after a week. Huh? He was not self-realized that time. After a week, simply is told, my dear son, don't take chocolates, meat. Simply the mother is wondering, what, say, you could have told the same thing last week itself, and you asked me to come again and tell the simple thing, isn't it? So that we should also understand. Without realization, if he gives anything, that is not the solution. Without realization, if you give, in Naimisaranya, Saunaka and his groups, they wanted to help the people of Kali Yuga on their own. But the intention was good. Krishna arranged very nicely that. Who is coming? Suta Goswami came at exactly that time, when they are about to start their process. Exactly is coming. They stopped their process. And he told that one, what all I realized. That point is very important. He never told what all I heard. Hearing and realizing are so different. What all you heard, that's not realized. What all you realized, that and all you heard. You understand? What all you heard, that and all not realized. What all you realized, that and all you heard. Isn't it? Then they stopped the process and they heard what this Suta Goswami realized. And today we are reading the same Bhagavatam. Not that Parikshit Maharaj was heard from that one in terms of Naimisaranya. Suta Goswami is telling to Saunakadi. Isn't it? So this is very, very important to realize that one, then tell that one. Otherwise not possible. On our own, we cannot. Only we can know the cause, not the cause of our causes. So the Devi Bhagavatam, this, that and all, that and all on our own we cannot. But we give respect to them also. Because the self-realized can do that one. But they people, they do not know. You understand? So this way, that's why I am telling you, justify your actions. Don't use your intelligence. Our intelligence and all influenced by Maya. Isn't it? So this way, we can solve all the material problems and become perfect. And we can get liberated from this jail-like material world. So any other question?